Ladies and gentlemen, gather around to hear the incredible story of your favorite fighter, Max Holloway, the born and raised Hawaiian warrior. Max, the former featherweight champ, is a living legend and featherweight GOAT in the making. There's a reason why everyone loves him, and him being a fan favorite for fans and fighters alike. Let's dive into what makes Max Holloway so incredibly good. Max's journey began in the beautiful land of Honolulu, Hawaii, where he grew up in Waianae, surrounded by the ocean's breeze and the spirit of warriors. From a young age, Max showed the world that he was destined for greatness. At just 19 years old, Max made his debut in the UFC, the big stage for fighters. He was not even supposed to be there, but destiny had other plans. He stepped up as a replacement fighter to face the tough Dustin Poirier. And guess what? He won. It was like a fairy tale beginning to an epic story. But the real magic happened when he faced Anthony Pettis, who was the favorite to win. Max, the underdog, showed everyone his heart and skill, claiming the interim featherweight belt. That was just the beginning of his rise to glory. The true test came when he squared off against Jose Aldo, a living legend and considered the greatest featherweight fighter ever. Not only did Max beat him once, but he did it twice, proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was here to stay, and the Max Holloway era begins. He became the undisputed champion and started a reign that made everyone take notice. So, what makes Max Holloway so exceptional? It's not just about the belts and victories, it's about his heart, his spirit, and his dedication to the sport. Here's why he's so good. In and out movement. Max's style is a heavy boxing style, but the thing that sets him apart, it's the way he dances in and out of the pocket. The pocket is the space where you are able to hit and be hit by your opponent. Max Holloway stands out in his ability to slide in and throw 5 to 6 punches and slide out without getting hit. This makes him impossible to hit. That leads to frustration by opponents and loss of focus. Calvin Kattar was overwhelmed by Max's footwork that he froze and became a spectator in his own fight. It was a clinic on how to use the in and out movement to slip punches and get into range to throw punches by Max Holloway. The in and out movement warms Max quickly, giving him a fast start in fights. Max is known for his quick starts in fights, and adding on to his in-and-out movement overwhelms opponent like Brian Ortega, who felt like he started the fight in a deficit due to Max's quick start. This forced Brian to bite down on the mouthpiece and try to walk Holloway down. And guess what? Max pieced him up badly, that he could not see out his right eye. Brian was forced to end the fight due to the doctor's stoppage. Max's combination of in-and-out movement and fast start forces his opponent to react differently, like jump into the fire and try to keep up like Brian Ortega, or freeze and become a spectator like Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar is a really good fighter. Tried to hit Max, but Max was too quick, giving him a quick start and forcing Calvin Kattar to freeze, unable to start. Max would step into Kattar's reach, throw a punch combination, and before Kattar could touch him, Max would slide out of range. Max did this for 5 whole rounds. He never got tired. Pace and gas tank. Max Holloway is an elite fighter, and one of the biggest reasons is his amazing speed and energy. When Max fights, one of the first things you notice is his incredible pace, which is superhuman-like. Max Holloway's incredible pace led to him setting the UFC record for most strikes in a fight, landing 445 strikes and attempted 744 strikes in total. Max attempted 744 strikes in a span of 25 minutes. He tried 744 strikes, that's inhuman. Other fighters try to keep up, but Max is like the Energizer Bunny that just keeps going. Let's talk about why his pace and energy make him so special. First, let's talk about pace. Pace means how fast a fighter moves and attacks. Max Holloway's pace is fast. He doesn't stop, and he doesn't slow down. It's like he has a motor that never runs out of gas. But here's the really tricky part, his gas tank. Max Holloway's energy seems never-ending. Most fighters get tired as the fight goes on, but not Max. Now, let me tell you about a big fight where Max's pace and energy showed how amazing he is. It was a fight against Brian Ortega. Brian was a rising star at the time, riding a 6-fight win streak with 6 finishes. He is notorious for his triangle choke and was improving in his striking. He fought Max for the belt at UFC 231. In the first round, it was a back-and-forth Brian Ortega, keeping up with Max in pace and both having big moments. But then, the second round came along, and Max had the same pace and cardio still on point. But Brian Ortega started to slow down. He became a step slow. Max threw punch after punch, kick after kick. Brian Ortega could not keep up, and in the 4th round, Max hit another gear in his cardio and overwhelmed Ortega with a combination of punches. Max won that fight, and he won it big. He showed everyone that his pace and energy are on another level.
That's it.
Max Holloway has retained his UFC Featherweight Championship. Brian Ortega.
Even though Brian Ortega showed great toughness, Max made it look easy with his incredible pace and endless energy. Understanding the moment or entertainer. When you watch Max in the octagon, you see something amazing. He does not look like he's in a scary battle. He looks like he's having fun. He smiles, dances around, and even cracks jokes. He's like a happy kid playing his favorite game. Max knows how to enjoy the moment. Imagine this. In a fight with Brian Ortega, Max decides to teach him how to block punches right in the middle of the fight. That is the fun moments Max tends to create.
For every one that Ortega lands,
Then there's this time he fought Calvin Kattar. Max went all ultra instinct, like Goku seeing all the attacks coming at him in slow motion.
He's even listening to the commentary team. The best boxer you see, baby. Best boxer you see, baby. Best boxer you see, baby. Oh! Right hand.
Max talking and staring at the TV commentator team while dodging punches, like he had eyes in the back of his head. It was like watching a wizard in action. You know what makes Max even more amazing? He knows when he's in the zone, where every punch and kick connected, and at the same being able to sense 2-3 moves ahead, you feel unbeatable. Max felt it when he looked at the announcing team and told them he is going to end his fight with Brian Ortega right before the round started, or when once pointed to the ground against Lamas, telling everyone he had finished the fight right there. Max is a genius in the fighting world. He understands that fighting is not just about punching and kicking, it's about enjoying the moment and having fun. When he's having fun, he's at his best. But here's the secret sauce. He can recognize when he's in that special zone. It's like a superhero realizing his powers. When he's in the zone, he can do incredible things, like dodging punches with ease or teaching a lesson while fighting. So, why is Max Holloway so good? It's because he does not just fight, he entertains. He brings joy to the fight, and that joy makes him unstoppable. He's not just a fighter, he's an entertainer, a moment maker, and a true master of the sport. Competitive. Max Holloway is super good because he's a high-level competitor. Even though he jokes around, dances, and laughs a lot, deep down, he's a tough dog always ready to fight. He never says no to a challenge, even when it's really tough. Max feels like the best fighter, even though he has lots of records, belts, and trophies. He's always ready to show he's still got it and can compete at the highest level. Max is always willing to fight champion or not. He just wants to fight and win. Max Holloway has broken so many records, won the belt, and made the pound-for-pound list. A list recognizing the best UFC fighters regardless of weight class. Including all that, the most important thing Max Holloway has done is inspire us. Hence why he is so loved by fans and other fighters, and recognized as your favorite fighter is evidence of how good he is. What do you think is spectacular about Max Holloway fighting skills? What is your favorite fight of Max Holloway? What is your favorite moment from Max Holloway? Let's know your response in the comments section. Thanks for watching.